I'll be honest, I have tried making this video so many times already, but no matter how much I try, I end up with 20 to 25 minutes for the final video. And that is too much since people hardly even watch 3 minutes. This will be a straightforward video, bluntly putting some of the best guns you can use in the game right now, and I will cover in-depth videos for these guns separately. Also, while this is a top 10 list, I would say the guns are not in any order. For example, shotguns being in number 10 isn't worse than the gun in the first position, and just for the sake of order I have the numbers. Otherwise, this is an unordered list covering the best guns, and depending on your playstyle, one gun can suit you better than another. Having established that, let's look at what is the meta in Season 5 of COD Mobile and which gun will suit you the best according to your playstyle. Starting off with Holger. It is just too good. We have 26-meter effective range with consistent time to kill, and depending on how we build it, we have SMG mobility while still having the ability to take mid-range fights. This gun has it all. It even outguns SMGs in close range, and Holger is an LMG. For recommended builds, this is what I use and is the SMG build, and you can try out the assault rifle version as well. And for the LMG build, we have these attachments, but honorable mention RPD. It just works better for LMG playstyle, and you can try out this build for it. In second, we have the Bizon. Bizon got a range nerf, but that did not stop it from ranking high on my list due to how practically viable this weapon is and how good the stats on it are. It has laser beam recoil, fast mobility, good ADS speed, good range, large mag, fast strafing, good BSA, and the list goes on and on and on. This is a versatile SMG, and we can play range and aggressive at times with the same build. I played my World Championship qualifiers with this and it was easy wins. For my recommended builds, I use this for versatile playstyle, and you can use the extended barrel for faster ADS but less range. The skeleton stock is up to preference and you can use it if you want. Next we have our dark horse, one of the most underrated weapons since it got released, the Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper has been controversial since people who cannot control the recoil utterly despise it, and people like me use it well since recoil isn't anything difficult to get used to. Just play with it a bit and recoil is simple enough to control. Talking of stats, it is top class in Battle Royale, and Peacekeeper has competitive time to kill with good range, good BSA, fast SMG mobility, fast ADS, and so on. It is the best weapon we can use for the Flex AR role. And if you don't know what Flex AR role is, it is the role where we need to play aggressive at times and challenge SMGs, which Peacekeeper can do. And at times we need to play mid to long range as well, which Peacekeeper can do yet again. And we have 39-meter effective range with the Peacekeeper. The only concern is recoil, and that is what keeps it from being used more, as people rather use something like Holger instead of learning to control the Peacekeeper. That does not mean Peacekeeper is bad though. It is a preference thing. You can use whatever gun you want. And for recommended builds, start with this and make changes, like for example, once I became good at recoil control, I took out the foregrip and use the suppressor now. And since I play aggressive, I also use the double stack mag as the faster reloads help. This is the build I use, but my recommended build is this one. I don't really want to interrupt, but a reminder, do leave a like and comment what is your main gun this season. And can we have 1,500 likes on this video? I would really appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Next we have QQ9 and QXR sharing the same spot, and that is because they are really similar after the QXR nerf and they both can be used interchangeably. For recommended builds, this is my aggressive QQ9 build, and I use the silencer barrel as sound suppression helps. Otherwise, you can use this alternate aggressive build. Otherwise, for some versatility, you can use the range build and take mid-range fights as well. For QXR, we need to build a mobility build, and you can either use this one for strafing speed build, otherwise this one for ADS speed. Honorable mention, Fennec. Fennec was nerfed hard in past, where our iron sights shook like an earthquake, and our sprint to fire is slower than LMGs like Holger for example, why it is an honorable mention. Nonetheless, Fennec is still usable, and we need the hipfire laser for having better sprints to fire, and for better recoil you can use this build, and for even better SDF and hipfire you can use this. Ace Val is the comp choice for assault rifle now, and that is due to how consistent the time to kill on this is, and the ranges we have. Val needs to play within the 20-meter range, as after that our time trickle becomes bad, and comp uses the Val over QQ9 and QXR simply because of the consistent time trickle on the Val. Val does have slower mobility in comparison to SMGs, which is understandable as the Val is an assault rifle, but it makes up for it with the overall package we get. Val only has one recommended build. Use this. This is the best build hands down and no changes are required. Honorable mention, Type 25. Type 25 is a good gun and statistically viable, why I have it as an honorable mention. But the builds we make are too constricting and we cannot have versatile builds. For standard Type 25 we use this, and for better ADS movement speed we use the light stock. And for sound suppression we can use the tac laser. Stopping power is essential, so always use it and we are done. I'd personally use the Val over the Type, but that is just me. Use them both and see which one you like better. Moving to a different category, we have the SPR and MK2. Both are marksman rifles, but SPR is often used as a sniper rifle with 6x scope, while the MK2 is used how we'd use marksman rifle. They are both good and have faster ADS speed than snipers like DLQ and maintain good hitbox for the con of range. We cannot cross-map snipe with them on larger maps, but on maps like standoff they are one shot one kill usually and will be better than using a normal sniper. For recommended builds, try out this SPR sniper conversion, and for MK2 use this. There is also MAC conversion, but that gives inconsistent results, and this build will be better in comparison. If you are enjoying this video, help make the video popular and share it to your Discord and other COD mobile community, so others also get to see this video and choose the best gun for themselves in the current meta. Remember how in the intro I said the list is unordered? Yeah, because we have shotguns. KRM and HS0405 are the best options now, and they can go head to head and defeat all of the above mentioned guns in close range, and they will be number 1 for a skilled shotgun user. KRM has issues with hit markers, while the HS0405 is more consistent with the one shot one kill, but it can still hit mark at times as well. For recommended builds, shotguns work best with hipfire builds, and this is what we have for the KRM and for the HS0405. Honorable mention, BY15. BY got a buff to fire rate and it is being used here and there, and this is my recommended build for it. Shotguns end up with similar builds, so there isn't much difference to be noticed. Next we have the BK and the Razorback. They are sharing the same position as they fit a similar role. BK does really well playing from mid-range, and people use it for playing the flex AR role. Similar is with Razorback, and if the Bizon was to be balanced, we will see the Razorback being used more for versatile SMG, but until then Razorback will be underrated. For recommended builds, I have an entire video dedicated to the BK, and I will suggest taking a look at it. But you can use this build for playing flex AR, and if you don't want sound suppression, use this. And for Razorback, there is only one and only build, which is this one. The best build out there, no changes. Coming to snipers again, the best ones are Locust, DLQ and Arctic. What separates them from marksman rifle is their infinite range, so you can neglect range as much as you want and still be fine. They have slower ADS in comparison, but they aren't that slow and still do well for quick scoping. Arctic is useful for respawn sniping, while DLQ and Locust are used more in search and destroy. DLQ has better hitbox, but Locust has the better ADS speed, so you can choose which one you like better. Sniper builds are still more or less the same. You use the toughness perk for better flinch, or use the granulated for better flinch, and that's it. And for Arctic, use it without the stopping power and we are good to go. Finally, we have KN44 and LK24. They are similar in stats and builds, but if you can control the recoil on the KN, then it will be the better option. Otherwise, use the LK24 as it has easy and beginner friendly recoil pattern. KN44 has the best BSA in assault rifles now, and we can use it for playing the flex AR role as well as the main AR role. LK24 builds are more constricting and people mainly build it for the main AR role. For build recommendations, red dot is almost always used since LK has bad iron sights, so unless you have a good blueprint, red dot is used, and these are the rest of the attachments. If you don't need red dot, use these. And my personal build is with the extended mag, as it helps spray multiple people. For KN, start with this build, and once you're better with the recoil, use the mono for flex AR role, and use the ranger barrel for main AR role. I'll recommend the mono build for versatile playstyle. Overall, those were the best guns to use this season. Choose one which suits your playstyle and the one you like the best, and have a blast with it. The video took some effort and do help support it by leaving a like and commenting something nice. And share this video around as much as possible, and I will see you soon on the next video. Till then, take care guys and bye.